still an issue we have to figure out of how we address context and inheritance. How do we do that? How do we somehow create, without creating the entire project, how do we document individual UI cases? And right now that's through shallow documentation, styles, and UI that is sort of more global, like Bootstrap, for instance. So we're working on that. My team, Media Everywhere, the guys at Polar Mobile, we're working on this product called Media Everywhere. This DSS was built specifically so that we could build internal documentation, and so that we could, have reference for new designers and developers that came on board as to what was going on in our application and what they were affecting and changing. So we're working on those big, hard questions of context and inheritance. What happens when you're in Windows versus, you're on your Mac, or you're in Chrome versus Mozilla. What does the UI look like? How do we actually make sure that people are seeing what they want to see, and how do we document things like mobile versus tablet versus desktop, because those contexts change. Awesome. So this is your first look. This is what my proposed style guide is. Again, this is a work in progress. So there's this many people in the room right now. I'd love to see this many people come talk to me throughout the next couple days and talk to me about your ideas on this, if you do have ideas or feedback. This is the proposed style guide, and the reason why it's more flexible is that I've taken sort of the paradigms that you find in the JavaScript documentation comment blocks and poured it into a CSS comment block. So I would like to have something like a name, description, state, and the fact that these are all like set up like almost like variables, it means that this spec can be flexible, and that technically, if you had your own internal team, you could easily add certain things that you want to include into the spec, and the parser is actually extremely easy to add a new specific rule set for a specific name, like a state versus if I created a variable called Darcy, then I could do something special for that. So this is what it generates. Again, it looks very similar. Some of these guys aren't styled. There just wasn't CSS for it. So this is kind of what it generates. It looks very much like KSS again, but we're just taking paradigms from that and trying to pour it into something that's more flexible and hopefully more useful. So DSS can actually be found, and it's available right now at github.com/darcyclarke/DSS. And I would love contributions, issues, and pull requests to be added so we can create a really good UI documentation tool. So thank you.